Go to Revelation 15:1. Revelation 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, a wonder in heaven, great and marvelous. 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. 7 angels, or as we see here, there be spirits, which are angels, that are created for vengeance. Revelation 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous. 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. These are spirits that are created for vengeance. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, glass with fire, cutting you up and burning you up at the same time. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, over this wicked system, over the wicked religions that the Catholic Church is allowed to go down, and this beast, and over his image, over that image that they have created to have you be like them. Caesar Borgia, people bowing down to that, or whatever idols they bowing down to, and over his mark, which is whatever you're going to do that's contrary to the laws of the Most High, and over the number of his name, 666, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, the music playing. The harps are just like the piano today. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, O Most High Power Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints, King of Israelites. Who shall not fear thee, O Most High, and glorify thy name? But thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee. Hear what it said? All nations going to come and worship before him. That's the future. So you got an opportunity to start now. So you say all nations going to come and worship before him. You're going to come and worship before him, or you're going to perish. It tells you that in Isaiah, the 60th chapter, 12th verse. So who shall not fear thee? Who's not going to be afraid of the Most High and glorify thy name? But thou only art holy. For all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Shoot. See, once he bring the judgment through a Mashiach Yahushua and the holy angels, the spirits that are created for vengeance, he say all nations shall come and worship before him. Verse 5, and after that I looked, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was open, and the 7 angels, or 7 spirits, came out of the temple, having the 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girded with golden girdles. And one of the 4 beasts came unto the 7 angels, gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials of the wrath of the Most High, who liveth forever and ever. And the temple was filled with smoke. The temple was filled with smoke. from the glory of the Most High and from his power. And no man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. This is from the Most High. So nobody's going to escape if the Most High going to bring these plagues upon you. He say he's going to visit in these last days the sins of the Edomites. Here go another plague that's going to happen. Revelation 16. This is vengeance or destruction that's coming upon them. Verses 16 and 9. Verse 8. Revelation 16 and 8. And the 4th angel poured out his vial or destruction upon the sun. Force upon the sun. Or destruction upon using the sun. And power was given unto him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat, and blasphemed the name of the Most High, which has power over these plagues. And they repented not to give him glory. See? So you're going to be burning them up. Burning them up. And they're not going to repent to give the Most High the glory. Oh, Mother Nature. Still going to be Mother Nature. Still going to be El Nino, La Nina. Still going to be global warming, as y'all saying. The Most High said he's doing this. Call it whatever you want to call it. He said he's doing this. He warming it up. It's going to get hotter and hotter. Well, you see what he said? Revelation 16 and 9. And men were scorched with great heat. Prophecy. To happen in the future. And blasphemed the name of the Most High, which has power over these plagues. And they repented not to give him glory. And the 5th angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast. And his kingdom was full of darkness. And they gnawed their tongues for pain. Gonna be full of darkness. They gnawed their tongues for pain, suffering, and blasphemed the power of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. Not going to stop doing what they're doing. That's wicked. See? And it goes on and on and on for the plagues. Remember he said he's going to visit the sins, their sins. That's why we have to be aware of this, Yasharala. Why he told us in Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. That's why all these things are going to happen. That could happen to us. Most High's just, but he's long suffering. But he will not acquit the wicked. He that doeth wrong shall receive for what he have done, for the wrong he have done. And there's no respect to persons. That's why he said in Revelation 18 and 4, listen up, Yasharali, he said, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. That means come out of the ways that are wicked. And committing sins. That ye be not partakers of her sins. See? You be not partakers of her sins. That's what say. He going to visit the sins of the Edomites, who will be the last kingdom, superpower of earth, to rule. That's why he said, come out of her, my people. that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues. We done read about some of the plagues, a lot more, but we read about the plagues that's coming upon. That's why it tells you in, go to Isaiah 13, 14, and 15. Getting right to the point. Isaiah 13 and 14, it says, let's go to verse 1. So you say the burden of Babylon. Remember, O daughter of Babylon, remember the children of Edom? We just went over this. O daughter of Babylon, called Edomites Babylon. So it equates with them. Jump to verse 14. And it shall be as a chased roe. It will be as a chased deer, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. And nobody want to be bothered when this prophecy started to happen. They shall every man turn to his own people. So everybody gonna turn to their own. I'm not one of them. They're gonna turn to their own people and flee everyone into his own land. So they're gonna go back to their own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Future prophecy. This has not happened. Listen, Israel, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's why the Most High telling us in Revelation 18 and 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. The 12 tribes of Israel are the Most High's people. Exodus 3 and 10 proves that. That you be not partakers of her sins. So you join it to her, you're going to be sinning. They say we're not under the law, but we're under mercy and grace. We've been grafted in. You got to speak in tongues and be filled with the Holy Ghost and so forth. And be involved with some religion, which comes from a Latin word religio, means to hold back, keep down, or restrain. But the Most High didn't give us religion. He gave us laws, statutes, commandments, and judgments. But he's telling us clearly here that you be not partakers of her sins. So you partakers of her sins, Israel, Yasharallah, 12 tribes of Israel, and that you receive not of her plagues. That's why he told you. Israelites, Amos 9 and 10. He told you this, Israel. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners, which is breaking the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, all the sinners of my people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. But if you're a sinner, then you are evil in the eyes of the Most High. He made the evil for those that break the laws of the Most High, that he sent those evil angels, or as we see, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. And death is one of those spirits, an angel. You got a death angel that come for you. It says, all the sinners, all those of my people that have sinned and broken my commandments, my laws, shall die by the sword, which say that evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So all you that's joined unto them, you're going to fall by the sword with them in doing the evil. That's why I say you're going to put the sheep on his right hand and the goats on the left. Those that are joined unto them, that mindset, supportive of the wickedness and the evil that's being done and the abomination that's being done, you support it, you part of it, you're going to die. As it is written. It's not nothing that you could just say, I made up. I didn't make it up. I'm reading it. Hopefully you taking notes so you'll look at it for yourself. And bring it back to me. You can make it mean something different. See, people don't really know. They don't really look at what the Most High says. That's why I said initially, we got to know the Most High. Who we talking about? Most High said, I'm a man of war. The Most High is his name. Exodus 3:15. Look at 2 Ezra 15. For all you unbelievers. It says, verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. All you that don't have faith in the Most High, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. You're going to die in your unfaithfulness. It says, verse 5, behold, said the Most High, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. By what means? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force, their power, and appease the wrath of him that made them. He used these spirits of vengeance to bring forth his judgment. He says, for wickedness, verse 6, 2 Ezra 15:6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Most High, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. So you get caught up in it, you're going to fall. You're going to die. You're going to be put to death, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore said the Most High, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Say, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. See what he said? He's not going to suffer us to land in to stay in the land of our captors. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. He's going to smite America, which is modern day Egypt, as before. Remember, we just read about the plagues earlier that he brought upon the Egyptians in their lands. Verse 11, he said, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. See. Egypt is the place of our captivity. Egypt means, when you look at Exodus 20:2, Egypt means bondage, captivity, slavery. In America, it's spiritual Egypt. Don't get it twisted. The Most High have an answer for all you gainsayers out there. They want to gainsay on the Most High? Oh yeah. We're reading about them. You better take heed. You better change your way. Before it's too late. That's why I give all glory and power to the Most High. Some of my shot, kill a shot. Look at Revelations 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city. This great city is talking about America, which spiritually is called Sodom. Because look at the things that they're doing. They okaying for a man and a man to get married, a woman and a woman to get married. They promoting it as it was in Sodom. And wickedness, breaking the laws of the Most High. You're not under the Most High's law, but you're under mercy and grace. And you're a Gentile. You've been grabbed in, and all the things that they teach in these religions. That's Sodom. You got You honoring the birth of Nimrod and Bacchus and everybody else you could think of, and not of Mashiach Yahushua. That's what it says. Spiritually, it's called Sodom and Egypt. See, where also our master of Mashiach Yahushua was crucified. They set up Caesar Borgia. Where? Right here in America. There's a church called, I think it's called the Church of the Nativity. In mostly every country have a dark-skinned Savior, Mashiach Yahushua, except for America. Got Caesar Borgia, and I think Japan might have one that looks similar to them. But the original Japanese are dark-skinned too. So everybody had pigment and melanin except for Esau. So, but everyone, because you look at the icons in the book called The Russian Icons. The icons, you see, they're telling the truth. And the way we looked as the Israelites. With, different shades of brown. But it's not about color. But every time you talk about color, people go crazy. Especially those that don't have color. It's not about color. It is. It's about color. If Job 30:30 says, my skin is black upon me. The Song of Solomon 1:5 says, I am black, but comely. Oh yeah, that's in the Bible. If Jeremiah 14:2 says, Judah born up in the gates of language, they are black unto the ground. We can't read those scriptures. Mashiach Yahushua, when we got Revelation 1:14 says his hair was like wool. And verse 15 says, and his feet like a defined brass if they burned in the furnace. That means he was very, very dark. So yes, it is about the truth. And the truth gonna make you free. So, but just because people of color don't mean that they're Israelites. And people that are light could be almost like they almost white. Could be Israelites. And some of you ain't even Esau. Some of you the seed of Gehazi that the Most High cursed with leprosy, and his seed after him with leprosy. To be looking just like so-called white people. They the seed of Gehazi. So it's about the spirit. Your spirit gonna know who you are. Or you gonna try and get it right with the Most High. That's what matters. For all of us, for everyone. Nobody escaping the wrath of the Most High. You ain't doing what he say do. We all gotta repent. Everyone. Like I say, all this you're gonna bow down to him. You're gonna worship him. You we worship nobody else in the kingdom. If it's gonna be righteousness in the kingdom, you're gonna be worshiping the Most High. Period. So with that, I'm gonna conclude. For right now, we'll continue another time. But remember, there be spirits. You see that? There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sword strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their wrath, their force, which is their wrath for the Most High, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandments. They're going to do what the Most High say do. And they shall be ready upon earth. They're right here on this earth. When need is. Whenever there's a need for them. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. They're going to do exactly what the Most High wants them to do. So with that, I say shalom to Yasharala, who this is to, and I'm out.